If you're anything like me, you've been loving Yellowstone Season 4 and everything that came before it, which means that you are most likely also fired up for the release of the multitude of new shows releasing into the Yellowstone universe. And in today's video, we're going to be going over everything we know about all of the spin-off shows to expand the lore of the Yellowstone franchise. Stick around, because you are not going to want to miss a second of this video. Of course, we have 1883, the prequel to Yellowstone as we know it. If you happen to be subscribed to Paramount Plus, then you would be fully aware of the existence of 1883, the prequel to the smash hit Yellowstone. 1883 follows James Dutton, the great-grandfather of John Dutton. James Dutton is accompanied on the show by his wife Margaret Dutton. And fun fact, not only are the characters in the show married, but the actors in real life are married to each other as well. James Dutton is played by country music superstar Tim McGraw, and Margaret is played by his wife and fellow country music superstar Faith Hill. The pair were initially scrutinized for their ability to act, but has since then shut down the haters and have proven that they are more than just talented singers. The pair have worked hard and brought these characters to life and have really made us fall in love with the early Dutton family. Along with McGraw and Hill, the show stars Sam Elliott, who plays Shay Brennan, a no-nonsense, tough-as-nails guide/detective with the Pinkerton National Detective Agency. He's eventually hired to lead a band of immigrants through the Oregon Trail to the West Coast, and he only agrees to do so that he can let his dead wife and daughter see the ocean through his eyes. Sam Elliott brings a veteran presence to the show and is yet another broken character for the audience to latch onto. Too bad for the fans that really loved him, because for those of you who have watched the first season of 1883, Elliott and his character Shay Brennan do not make it to the end. The show is currently on Paramount Plus and will continue to release any future episodes of the prequel series on the streaming platform. The first season ended with its 10th and final episode releasing on February 27th. As of this recording, there's not been a confirmed second season, but I would bet all of the money I own that there will be a second season. And if I'm wrong, well, joke's on whoever takes my bet, because I have no money. Because I bet all my money last year that there wouldn't be another season of Ozark. Stupid bet looking back on it, but live and learn, you know. 6666 is the newest spin-off show of Yellowstone that takes place at the same time as Yellowstone Season 5. Real fans of the original Paramount Western show will immediately recognize the name of this spin-off show, because it shares the name of a certain ranch that is incredibly famous in the lore of Yellowstone. The 4 Sixes Ranch, or the 6666 Ranch, was made famous within the Yellowstone universe when it was introduced in Season 4. John Dutton actually sent a few of his ranch hands there, including Jimmy and Walker, who will almost certainly be in this spin-off show. I mean, how can they not be, right? Why would the main character of the original show send 2 of his good ranch hands and friends to a ranch that will be the main focus of a spin-off show, and then the 2 ranch hands from the original show not be in said spin-off? I know that was confusing, but I'm sure you caught my drift. Whenever spin-offs happen, they are a small pie cut out of a larger original pie, but the spin-off is nothing without the ingredients from the original slice. For example, Grey's Anatomy has spawned multiple spin-offs, including Private Practice and Station 19, both of which have original characters from Grey's Anatomy in them, and would frankly be nothing without them. Private Practice, of course, revolved around Addison Shepard, and Station 19 revolved around Ben Warren. Any show that spawns a spin-off does so in hopes that these side characters are strong enough to support their own show, and in some cases they are, and in other cases they aren't. However, I do believe that this show will take off. Why? Because Taylor Sheridan, the showrunner of Yellowstone, is behind the show. And not only has Taylor Sheridan ran Yellowstone, but he also ran 1883, the first spin-off of Yellowstone, and the show saw great success. However, I believe that this show has a secret weapon up its sleeve, and it is the fact that Taylor Sheridan owns the real-life 4 Sixes Ranch. That's right, for those of you who didn't know, Taylor Sheridan purchased the ranch in real life, where he lives full-time with his family family and operates the ranch in real life. This allows for Taylor to have a hands-on feel for what ranch life is, which of course will come in handy, as this show will be revolving around the life of a ranch hand. According to Sheridan, 6666 will be very gritty and very grounded, as the show will be less about controlling the territory and more about working on it. Obviously, the show will come with its own set of challenges and hardships for the characters to endure, but I think it will rely on being a change of pace from the original show. So, what else can we expect from Yellowstone in the next 6 months? It's official! We'll be getting a 5th season of Yellowstone. Some people were definitely worried that the 4th season of Yellowstone was going to be the series finale, especially with all of these spin-offs being announced. But fear no more. It is 100% confirmed that we will be getting a 5th season of Yellowstone, and we couldn't be happier. And get this, we most likely will not have to wait a full year to see the 5th season either. Apparently, thanks to the COVID-19 delays to season 4, the crew decided to shoot the 5th season in segments so that they can guarantee at least some content to its fan base if there does happen to be another outbreak or shutdown due to COVID. Filming hasn't started on season 5 yet, but it has been confirmed that season 5 will be coming out in 2 segments and that the first half could come out as early as this summer, perhaps June or July even, which is absolutely bonkers, considering that we just got 10 episodes of 1883, and prior to that we got the entirety of season 4 of Yellowstone. Let me tell you, it is a great time to be a fan of the series, as there will never be more content for it than right now. The only thing that stands in the way of season 5 of Yellowstone, ironically, is its spin-off show 6666. I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. 6666 was announced way back at the same time as 1883, which was announced at the 2021 Super Bowl. That means that 6666 will certainly be released before season 5 of Yellowstone on Paramount's streaming service Paramount+. This most likely means that Paramount will have a strategic release system to ensure that fans are never without some sort of Yellowstone content for too long. Disney Plus has recently taken up that model, ensuring that either a Marvel show or a Star Wars show is released every month to keep its fans satisfied and locked on to their service. So does this mean that Paramount could do the same thing? It certainly seems like they've started doing that, as they began 2022 with a new episode of either Yellowstone Season 4 or 1883. We have been without a new episode of either show since February 27th, which means that the studio is due to release their newest show, 6666, sometime within the next few months if they want to release Season 5 of Yellowstone come this summer. For example, if Season 5 of Yellowstone was to premiere in July and 6666 were to have 10 episodes in it and follow the weekly episodic release schedule that both Yellowstone and 1883 have both followed so far, that would mean that 6666 would need to release sometime within the next month or so to ensure that it can come out this summer. If I had to bet on it, I would say that 6666 will release its first season sometime in early April so that it can run a 10-episode course ending sometime in June, so that Season 5 of Yellowstone can finally release sometime in July. But you've seen my betting track record. It's bad. So until we hear something concrete, this is just speculation. But keep your eyes and ears on the channel, as we'll be keeping all of you up to date in terms of Yellowstone announcements. That's all we have for you guys today on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching.